In a recent surge of violence, Israeli forces targeted Palestinian refugee camps in central Gaza, raising alarms over a new wave of destruction and the possible displacement of residents. This military action is among the latest developments in the long-standing and tense conflict between Israel and Palestinian militant groups within the Gaza Strip. The airstrikes on central Gaza, which specifically hit refugee camps, have escalated fears among international observers and human rights organizations. Refugee camps, already suffering from overpopulation and limited access to resources, are particularly vulnerable to military operations due to their high-density living conditions and the lack of available shelters for civilians. In the face of recent bombardments, humanitarian concerns are amplified as residents are caught in the crossfire with limited options for safety. These strikes have been described by the Israeli military as retaliatory actions in response to previous aggression from the Palestinian side, highlighting the tit-for-tat nature of this conflict. However, it is the civilians who bear the brunt of such skirmishes, facing the horrors of war on a daily basis, including the loss of lives, homes, and basic security. The new hostilities come at a time when the Gaza Strip has been under an Israeli blockade for over a decade, which has severely restricted the flow of goods and people in and out of the area, contributing to an ongoing humanitarian crisis. The escalation of military action threatens to exacerbate these conditions, as infrastructure such as water, electricity, and medical facilities could be further compromised. As the international community watches on with trepidation, calls for de-escalation and a return to dialogue are echoing through diplomatic channels. The United Nations, alongside various non-governmental organizations, has repeatedly stressed the urgency of protecting civilians and ensuring that humanitarian aid is able to reach those in need without hindrance. The relevance of this news today lies in its impact on the prospects for peace in the region. The continued cycle of violence undermines the efforts to find a durable resolution to the conflict and further jeopardizes the lives of thousands of Palestinians living in precarious conditions. As the world grapples with multiple crises, the plight of those in Gaza remains a stark reminder of the need for sustained international attention and action towards fostering peace and security in the Middle East. Ultimately, the fresh outburst of violence in Gaza highlights the fragility of the situation on the ground and the potential for a full-scale conflict to reemerge. It is a call to the global community not to lose sight of the enduring conflict in Gaza and to reaffirm its commitment to working towards a peaceful solution that ensures the safety and dignity of all individuals in the region.